Right, so I've recently done what a lot of people have done with motorhomes and covered my upholstery with covers that I've got from SHEIN. Fraction of the price of what it costs to obviously reupholster your van. Lots of people have already done this. Some look better than others, and lots of people have asked about how we get this look with the buttons. Okay, now I also was surprised when somebody showed or explained how to do it. So what I did find though is those explanations, when they're put online, when they're put on Facebook, etc., not that easy to follow. It's hard to describe, even though it's pretty simple to do. And the easiest way of doing that is we're not actually taking those buttons off. Okay, those buttons stay on exactly where they were. So when we're covering it, let's see if I can take this off slightly. So when we're covering it, your button is still in there. Okay, so once you've actually put your cover over, and I'll do a better video, because actually there is a little bit of wrestling to be done with getting some of these covers on sometimes. Wasn't as easy, a little bit more sweaty than I thought it'd be. So what I've got is I've got a cushion here and a couple of my loom bands, which are what have been used. Lots of people say use elastic bands, loom bands being small versions of those. A couple of them had snapped off when I was doing it, so it's a perfect opportunity to show you how to do it. Now, when I'm referring to loom bands, if you haven't got kids, I haven't got a little girl who's actually used these before. These are little plastic things that you get from various places. You can get them off eBay, Temu, all places where you can buy this sort of cheap stuff. Amazon as well, although you'll probably pay more from Amazon. Now, you're not going to see the colours of these when they're on, so it doesn't matter what colour you use. I have used 2 for each one. Again, the reason for that is because some of these, I've got a few packs actually, because I bought some packs and then gave what's left to my daughter, and she now loves them, so I've got them everywhere. Now, I use 2, because if one snaps while I'm doing it, I've got the other one to back me up. Now, what you need to do is just feel where your button is, okay? And what you're going to be doing is essentially getting your 2 fingers, or however, and try and get behind that button with your fingers. Okay, so what I'm going to do, hopefully you can see this, I'll bring the camera over a bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply get my fingers behind this, so you kind of bring in that button out, and then I've got my 2 loom bands, and I'm simply going to wrap that over like that, twist, much like I'm doing a hairdo, okay, then twist again. Now, once you let go, you've now got your button, okay. Some of these, as I bought loads, do snap, okay, as you're doing them. These ones that we got the other day, which again were only because my daughter's now using them for loads of bracelets, seem a little bit better than the first ones I bought. The first ones off Amazon. I'm sure these came from, I think these came from eBay or wherever. Same sort of thing. They just don't seem to be as flimsy as the last ones I bought. So again, I've got another one down here. You can hopefully see that. I'm going to again just try and get my fingers behind the original button. Don't be scared too much, because I've wrestled these before. I was scared of breaking them, but I haven't broke any yet. And we're just going to pull that out, put that underneath. Again, just like you're doing sort of bobbles in a hair, wrap them round. And I could probably let go now if I wanted to. I tend to do them a little bit tighter, and I'll tell you the reason for that. So I do sort of 2 twists. So you've got that, hopefully you can see. I've got that under there, and once that's under, you're none the wiser. You sometimes need to just jiggle them about a bit so that they look a little bit more flush. Okay, the reason why I do that many, I do 3 turns rather than just 1, is because I've got a prime example of that. I'll put this on here, because on my chair where I'm currently sat, I only did 2 turns on this one, if you can see, and actually it's starting to come off. So if I would have done that 3 times, again, these are the cheaper, not cheaper, just a different batch of loom bands that I got. They're just constantly snapping. So some are better than others. Don't be put off if the first ones you buy snap. It's not the end of the world. I found that these ones, which there's no difference in what they are though. I just found that these seem to not snap as much. And again, if you're not turning them a couple of times, they can have a tendency, again, there's another one, can have a tendency to work their way off. Okay, don't be disheartened by that. It's only 3 seconds to put them back on, and they look ace. The only reason these have sort of snapped is I've actually slept on this a couple of times, and again, I should have just done a couple more turns, and they are the sort of lesser quality loom bands, I'd say, if there's such a thing as lesser quality loom bands. But hopefully that helps. I'll also put more videos up in the future about how we actually, the sizes that are used in the seats that I've got, also how to best try and wrestle them on so that they look snug, not like baggy as hell, and also not too tight, because I also bought one on somebody else's recommendation. I bought for the back cushion here, I bought a two-seater. Apparently they stretch. It looked awful. I tried to make it look better, just ruined it, but for the sake of £6 or whatever it was, I just ordered another one, but a bigger one. So I'll talk you through the sizes and also how to best fit them, because although some things might look a little bit too big, there's ways of making them fit and look better, as I've done with this sort of cushion. I sort of double wrap this to look better and more fitted once it's on. So I'll put some more videos up when I get a bit more time.